Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Twist Gaming. We are here live at Origins 2018 in lovely Columbus, Ohio, and I have the pleasure today of sitting with Brooke, who has brought some really amazing games from Asmodee in North America, but we have two different publishing houses under it. We have Days of Wonder and Z-Man Games.
Correct.
So we're going to start off with...
Z-Man
There we go.
and Faye,
Awesome.
which I am really enjoying. I don't want to sound surprised, but if you were gaming back in the early 2000s, 2002, 2003, there was a great game that came out called Clans.
Okay.
It actually was nominated for the German Game of the Year in 2003, and it was... I've heard it's been kind of like an abstract sort of control game, but also kind of an espionage game, so maybe kind of a both.
Okay.
And what they did is they just reimagined it. They gave it new art, they gave it new tokens, and I think it looks really good.
So let's flip over quickly to the board cam to see the really great presents.
Board cam!
Bam! Look at that.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's even more beautiful on camera. So basically the board is broken up into 12 different regions. And each region has 5 different spaces in it, and you can tell by the different art that's in each one.
Okay.
As you can see, right now the land is populated by beautiful little druids.
Let me see one of those cute little druids.
Right now they are spread out all around the forest, waiting for you as spirit to control their every move. It's really great.
Okay.
So the first thing you need to do is to randomly spread them across the board, but to make sure that each druid is in, each color is represented in each of the different regions.
Okay.
So sometimes gets a little bit of a pain, but they're really cute, so I don't care. So that's why we set this up early.
Yeah.
So the first thing you do is do that, and then we also have, spread out here at the bottom, we have ritual cards. So the point of the game is to gather your druids together, and when they are grouped together, then they perform a ritual to their chosen spirit color.
Okay.
So once a ritual is performed, there's 12 rituals in a game.
Okay.
And so first ritual will be, let me back up. Let's start with moving the druids. That's more fun.
Okay.
So anyway, then you also have, I don't know which camera you want to show these on.
I can do it in the hand cam when you
Here.
get up real close. So these are the spirits
Those
that you're
are
referencing
spirits
to?
card, yes.
Okay, so each of them are going to match.
So there are 5 spirits
colors.
to match the 5 different druid colors.
So here is your...
I always pick purple
This
because
is
it's
super-
my favorite, which
Hey!
is why it's so great that I'm on
Hey!
the stream.
Mine too.
Right?
This is green. I'm going to hope this... Oh, look at that. And it's a green that shows up on my hand cam, man. That is...
I think they designed that specifically for that reason.
You know, it's really nice when things like that come together.
I think she's really glamorous. I really enjoy the art.
The
on
art
this.
is absolutely... Oh, see, but my yellow ones. Well, it's a spirit, though, so, you know.
That makes sense.
And he's a very spirity kind of spirit. And here's our blue.
Blue.
That's really
Beautiful.
nice.
So, before you begin gameplay, these cards are shuffled and given out. So, if you've got 4 players, there's still 1 that's unassigned.
Okay.
And if you only have 2 players, then there's 3 that are unassigned. And you keep this a secret.
Okay.
So you don't know
Which color the
which
other
colors
person's
you're
playing.
Right, and that's
Okay.
where the strategy comes in. So, for gameplay, it's super simple. You just pick one of these adorable little druids.
I guess then it doesn't need to be your color druid.
No,
You're
in
moving
fact,
any druid.
you want to make sure to keep it secret from the other person as well. So you don't want to have any rhyme or reason. So let's say, once a druid moves to join another druid, they are now bonded. Think if you were in a scary forest
Yeah.
and you found a friend,
Yeah.
and you were in a movie, you would not split up.
You and I would be...
You would stay together, always together. And then the other detail is that they cannot then move into an empty space. So they only want to group together.
Okay.
They can also cross over rivers, but
Okay.
they can't cross over large bodies of water. So those are kind of limitations for the druids.
Okay.
So if we were to say, group that guy in and move that guy over, we'd have a grouping of 4. And if you notice, these areas are all empty.
So they would be
they're
stuck
isolated.
there.
So they're isolated, and that's when they feel comfortable doing their ritual.
Okay.
So as the player that started the ritual, I would refer to our ritual cards, if you
Okay.
want to show that. So
Let's see.
each card has a point assignment.
Oh, look at that. It's green that shows up on the green
Oh my
screen.
gosh. And so the large part is up the blessed terrain,
Okay.
and the smaller is the cursed terrain.
Okay.
So you want to see, and oh, our little druids are in fact on the blessed terrain. So so each of these colors gets 1 point.
Okay.
Sorry, that's totally not right. Each of these colors gets 4 points.
Okay.
So you're scoring as a whole. So no matter what colors are represented, they all get the total number of points.
Okay.
So they're going to get 4 points plus, because they're in the Blessed Land, they'll get 1
1 point.
additional point.
So what is the cursed land? Because I'm assuming the cursed land still corresponds to the mushroom kind of
Correct.
land here.
So if we got these guys together
yeah.
on the Mushroom Land, they would vanish.
Oh.
And no points are assigned.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's important for your strategy, to look at what level of ritual card is up, because you want to make sure, that you're going to get the points, or you want to make sure that you are removing points from your...
So if I was at level 2 and I was in the mushroom land here,
That
it
would be
a different
blessed,
story.
yes, and you would earn 2 additional points.
Excellent.
So the only other not strange thing, it's all strange, it's druids having a good time. So if we were to get a group together of 7, I can count, they can no longer move.
Regardless of being isolated or not, they're just
Correct.
not going anywhere.
They are not going anywhere. You can add in. So we're going to take this little gray guy,
Okay.
and he's going to join them for a group of 8.
Okay.
And the special thing about this, so now they're isolated, so
Okay.
they can do their ritual. But when all 5 colors are represented,
Yes.
before points are assigned, all singletons are removed.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to lose points if you haven't
So
matched them up.
if you were gray or blue, instead of getting 8 points,
Yeah.
you get 0
0
points. But orange and purple and yellow still get the full 8 points, plus whatever the multiplier is from the ritual cards. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so in that way, the strategy is to determine who you can try to get rid of, who you want to get, and obviously, which we haven't been doing, but points are counted
On this really pretty
on
point
this
tracker.
really pretty point tracker that goes all the way around the outside.
So it's kind of almost like a puzzle with that strategy of trying to figure out how to move all of these little druids on the board, and it's a little bit of hidden identity, whereas you're trying to avoid your opponents from getting any points, and you're trying to knock out their colors,
Correct.
hoping that you're right about their colors.
Right, because you don't know until the end. So at the end, the game ends either after 12 rituals have been performed, or no more moves can be made.
Okay.
And then at that point, everybody reveals their color, and everyone, then you check your points, but then you also get 1 point for each ritual that you instigated. So that's why you keep the card at the end.
Ah. Okay.
So yeah, so that's
That's
Faye.
right. That's very cool.
That's Faye.
What is the average play time for this game?
The average play time is probably about 30 minutes, I believe.
Okay. It's a big board for a quick 30-minute game. I was
Yes.
kind of expecting a little more time for playtime, but 30 minutes seemed like that sounds really enjoyable.
And
You're
I feel like
you're
once you get comfortable with it, you'll feel more confident making the moves, and you'll be able, it's the ability to see 2 steps ahead
Yeah.
and see the whole board.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's really interesting. I feel like it has really good replayability, because there's so many levels of sort of espionage, and the difference between playing with 2 players and 4 players.
It really changes everything, especially because you're not taking away any rolls right off the bat. It's 1 of 5. You've got your opponents have
Correct.
1 of any of the 5. Very, very cool. And is this a game that is currently available?
It is currently available, so go to your friendly local game store and pick it up today.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Brooke, for showing us Faye.